Hi again, everyone. We're back with another Tony story today. I hope you're all well and enjoying the Tony stories so far. So my name is Valerie Sheehan, and this here is Tony the Turtle, or Tony Sheehan. So Tony the Turtle. He is a little turtle who sees and feels the world a little bit differently. So I've told you, you might have heard these stories now before. So just remind you in case it's your first story. So Tony likes to go into his shell if he's not feeling very safe. So into his shell is a safe place to go. And he might feel unsafe if things are a bit too noisy, or people are speaking too quickly, or it's too bright, or he just feels a little bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on. It might be a bit too busy around him, and he likes to go into his shell. One of the things that Tony finds difficult is getting his hair cut. He finds it hard. So Mum had to work really hard to help Tony to learn that it was okay to get your hair cut, and that nobody was going to hurt you when you're getting your hair cut, and they'd be really gentle. So let's see how he gets on, because we have a little adventure here about how Tony learned to understand that it was okay. It was actually a good thing to go and get your hair cut. So let's see, this is the one. Tony gets his hair cut, written by Valerie Sheehan, which is my name, and illustrated by Susan Meany. And Susan is the lady who does the lovely pictures of Tony. And I put you down now for a minute, Tony, while we read the book. So he's going to listen as well. He's going to be here right next to me, listening to the story too. So let's go. Tony is happily playing with his toys, lining them up, not making noise. This is something that Tony likes to do. He likes to have all his toys in a row, because there's a nice sense of order to it. So he enjoys lining all his toys up. Mum pops into the room to say hello, taking care not to knock all the toys in a row. Mum shows Tony his choices to wear and reminds him that today they must go and cut his hair. Tony gets upset and goes into his shell. Then he looks at the day plan and he starts to feel well. So first thing that's happening here is Mum likes to give Tony a choice, because then he chooses. She only gives him a choice of two things, not lots and lots of choice, because that would be too hard. But when he has a choice of two things, then it works well for Tony, so he can decide which one he wants. Tony and Mum have rehearsed for today. So rehearse means they've practiced and practiced over and over again. First the haircut, and then Gran's to play. Can you see a picture of Tony's Gran here? So first the haircut, and then Granny's to play. Mum looks at Tony's small, anxious face, and she thinks of all the things they did to get to this place. So this is now what we're going to learn, what Tony had to do to practice before he went to the hairdressers. Tony spent time watching Mum from the door, getting used to the sounds as the hair fell on the floor. So he used to stand at the door with Dad when Mum went to the hairdresser, so he could get used to the noise of the hairdryer, because that used to hurt his ears, or get used to the clipping of the scissors or the razor. He's getting used to all the different noises. So and then he was able to get close. He's hiding at the door here, but then eventually he got a bit closer because he got used to each noise. They also practiced with Teddy, and this worked very well. So when they were at home, they took out the hairdryer and they put it down really low so Tony could get used to the sound of it. And they practiced doing Teddy's hair. They learned that the dryer and the cloak sent Tony into his shell. So they knew that Tony didn't like this noise. So when Mum went to the hairdresser, said, he really doesn't like that. Is there another way we could do this? And the hairdresser said, yeah, sure. We can do whatever he needs. So before they leave, they look at the plan. After the haircut, it's off to see Gran. Tony loves going to Gran's. She always has treats. A bun, or a toy, or maybe some sweets. I think everyone loves going to Granny's house for a treat, don't they? The hairdresser greets them with a smile on her face. She sits Tony down where he has lots of space. So she doesn't crowd him next to people. She gives him a nice bit of space for himself so he feels safe. Mum says, for Tony, it is always best to have enough room so his mind can rest. So he's not worried about people next to him or anything like that. He gets a nice bit of space. This is just at the beginning when Tony's getting his hair cut. After a while, he won't mind at all. Mum picks a time that is nice and quiet. Less noise, means Tony's more. The less noise there is, the more chance that Tony will go in. This is a really big hurdle for Tony today, but he is prepared and he's doing okay. Brought his teddy with him as well. His teddy helps him feel kind of safe. Without the cloak, he is ready to go. So because he didn't like the cloak, the feeling of it on his neck, it felt too tight, the hairdresser said it was okay. He didn't have to wear it because it was just upsetting him more. So that was okay. Don't worry, Tony, we will go nice and slow. Tony feels anxious and the noise hurts his ears, but a big squeeze from Dad helps to ease his fears. So you see here, he gets a big squeeze from Dad and that helps him. Tony and Tess sit down on their seats, happily chatting about their treats. So they're thinking about Granny's house, I think, and the treats they're going to have soon. Tony begins to feel at ease. He relaxes a little and puts Teddy on his knees. So he liked having Teddy with him. That helped him feel a little bit safer too. So here he is. This is him looking at the mirror. He's getting his hair cut. So he's looking at his face in the mirror ahead. Tony thinks of all the things Mum has said. Getting your hair cut is scary, it's true. But in a short time, you will feel brand new. Because he'll have his hair cut. Soon we will go to Gran's and we'll get a treat. But for now, do your best to stay in your seat. So she just wants him to do his best. That's all. That's all we can do is our best. The buzz of the razor gives Tony a fright. But Dad assures him everything is all right. And he just says, and he listens to the sound a few more times before they put it near his head. The razor is used to make your hair neat. Don't forget, Tony, first your haircut, then Gran's for a treat. In the mirror, Tony makes a funny face, keeping hold of Teddy, just in case. The hairdresser makes a funny face too. Tony laughs and the time just flew. So he had a lovely hairdresser. See, they were making faces in the mirror. They were having a laugh. Tony is so happy with his lovely new style. He's glad he stayed in his seat for a while because he feels nice and neat. I know Tony doesn't have that much hair, but it's still nice that he got it nicely cut. And he was very brave. See how it's nice and neat at the top? You might wear the cloak the next time you're here, but only if you want to, so you have nothing to fear. So the hairdresser is telling Tony not to be worried, but maybe the next time he might try the cloak. Because then he wouldn't be so itchy. So he wouldn't, because the hair wouldn't go down his neck if he had his cloak on. Tony flaps his hands and he jumps up and down, smiling and happy. There's no sign of a frown. Dad holds Tony's hand and says, well done. Your hair looks nice and you had fun. So 2 things. Your hair now looks lovely and you had a great time. They walk out together, all feeling good. You did it, Tony. I knew you could. Tony smiles and there's warmth in his heart. He walks up the road and he's feeling so smart. He's so proud of himself for what he achieved today because it was really hard for him to do and he did it anyway because he tried his best. Once they're all in the car, once they're all in the car, they check the day plan. Can they go to Gran's now? Yes, they can. You remember? After he got his hair cut, he was going to visit Gran. And what was Gran going to have? A bun or a toy or maybe some sweets. So he was very proud of himself after getting his hair cut, even though it was something that he found really hard to do. So we were very, very proud of Tony. Big clap for Tony. Fantastic. So thank you everyone for listening. And I hope to see you all again soon. Okay, bye from me and bye from Tony. Have a nice evening, everyone. Bye.